Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to add some detailing to a village you just built. This one is in a Japanese style, but for this episode it can really apply to any village. Alright, so today I'm mostly just going to show you these little side things, bushes, that, trees. The first thing is, of course, you gotta build your path. That's pretty simple, just snake it around, make sure it goes past stuff. But a very important part of paths is these little slabs. It just makes everything go so much smoother. So if you add some slabs, you'll notice you kind of get that ugly dirt down there. The solution to that is adding a full block beneath it and then adding your slabs on top. That way it's so smooth right into the ground. You'll notice I did that over here as well. Pretty much anything that borders the path, you'll want to do this because that dirt just doesn't look good. Alright, next up, grasses and stuff. Just a sprinkling of grass, ferns, and tall grass I find works great. The ferns mostly, it just is a different texture than the rest of the grass, which makes it look a lot better, If it's all grass and tall grass, it all looks kind of the same, but by adding in the ferns, it's a slightly darker shade of green, it's a different pattern. It just helps break everything up real nice. Next up, to make sure your village looks good, just adding little bushes around. What leaf you want depends on which you like best, what you think fits your village. I just went with the simple oak leaves for here. And you can have bigger bushes, you can have smaller bushes, you can have bushes attached to structures. Overall, just throw some bushes around and you'll wind up fine. And the absolute peak of village design or village decoration is trees. As you can see, I got a few custom trees just because custom trees look a lot better. Like, see that? That's fine. But it's nothing compared to this bad boy. And I'll show you how to make them. So to start off with, you'll just want to add some branches, going sort of up in a few different directions. That part's pretty simple. It's the adding the leaves that I always had trouble with, and I found a trick that I'm going to share with you. So what you do is you just add leaves around. So this is where the branches start. So we're just going to do it by adding leaves on all the edges of every wood plank that makes up the branches, or every wood log rather. And we'll do it to the top of those. Now we've moved on to the second layer, add it to the side of these wood logs. And then add it on top. And so far, it looks fine, but it still looks a little weird, not quite right. This is where the real trick comes in. Droop it down. So I got a cart right here, so I'm not going to droop it down a whole lot there. But when you come over to the other side, maybe this side would be less manicured because, there's not a cart taking up room there, so there's not really a whole bunch of motivation to manicure it. But whatever you decide, just add some droopy leaves down. Try not to cover the path. This tree is pretty short, so it's not going to have a ton of droop to it. But once you add it all, it looks so much better. You got a nice little custom tree. The droopiness, you sort of gotta eyeball on what looks best. But overall, just adding a few block, 1 to 2 blocks down on all the edge. That's all you really need. And you won't have the best custom trees this way, but you'll have pretty darn good ones, and they'll certainly be better than just spamming a couple of these bad boys in your village. Another thing that's good to do, generally I do it after nightfall, is look at what areas of your village are getting kind of dark. Like, I love lanterns. I place them on all the buildings, on all the tents, on everything. So mine's pretty good. But I still feel like this area is a little darker than I'd like it to be. All you gotta do is grab a jack-o'-lantern, face it towards the block, and you have your own nice little light source. It just looks like a pumpkin, which, can be in a village normally. You can add them all over the village. I like to throw in melons as well if I'm doing a bunch of them. Just, so it doesn't look so obvious. And if there's no edge to lean the jack-o'-lantern up on, You can also just do two inward facing ones, and there you got a good little hidden light source. All right, that is the end of this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Next episode, I'll be showing you how to make this little archway thing, and I'll have another one with this little ramen cart. I probably should have done it with the tents, but I didn't think about it until after I already finished that episode. So it will have its own. Also has this cute little flag. It's really nice. I found a design online, and it's just wonderful. I'll show you how to do that too. Anyway, like I said, goodbye, like, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.